everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to carve a pumpkin and then I'm going to show you my final design. If you are new to my channel, my name is Gemma. I create weekly art content. However, this week I'm aiming to get a few more videos up in time for Halloween, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss all of this week's content. Okay, so let's get straight into carving this pumpkin. First up on my pumpkin carving, I'm going to actually carve around this section and then remove the insides of my pumpkin. So I've got a nice sharp knife. I'm going to cut around this area here. I've got a nice big stalk that I'm going to keep on my pumpkin because I like all of these sort of curly stringy bits that have been left on. I think it looks like it's a real Cinderella pumpkin because of these bits. So I'm going to leave those on and I'm going to cut around this section. There we go. So top of the pumpkin is off. As you can see, I've cut it so it's on an angle so it will hold my top of my pumpkin in place. And I'm going to now scoop out all of the insides and get rid of all of these seeds. I'm going to keep those for later though because I'm going to roast those in the oven because I think they'll make a really tasty snack. So I'm going to just put those into my bowl that I have got next to me here. I'm just going to loosen some of the inside parts of my pumpkin, just so it's easier to remove with my spoon in a moment. So I'm just going to go around with my knife and loosen any of those seeds away from the main flesh of my pumpkin. I'm now going to scoop any of the insides out into my bowl here that I have ready. Okay, I've roughly sketched out my design onto my pumpkin and I'm going to start carving it out. Now, I haven't actually got any pumpkin carving tools, but what I have got are my lino cutting tools. So I'm going to just carve into this with my lino cutting tools and then I'm going to take out sections so that I've got some definition to my pumpkin. So I'm working on a Tangled themed pumpkin and I have a feeling that there's going to be quite a lot of Disney featuring in this week's video. I'm going to get started by cutting out the sections of my pumpkin. Cuts through really nicely with this tool. It's got a little bit of ink on it, but hopefully that won't matter too much. I hope this doesn't turn out terrible. So I'm just going to go around each of my main lines on my pumpkin. So I'm working on the Tangled scene where Eugene or Flynn Rider is actually sitting in the boat with Rapunzel and they're watching the lights. It's like weeping where I've cut it. I have roughly cut out around the area that I want for my design and I'm going to start taking away some of this pumpkin just to try and get some definition between each section of my characters. So it's going to look terrible, I can just tell. I'm going to use some of my other lino cutting tools to then remove some of this flesh away from the actual areas that I have cut. So I've carved out those silhouettes of my characters and now I'm going to use a drill to actually drill some holes so it looks like those lanterns are floating up in the sky. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that with this drill. I've just put a different head onto my drill, or a different drill bit onto my drill, and I'm going to add some smaller holes so it looks like the lanterns are getting further away. I've now finished with all of the drilling of the holes around the pumpkin to give the effect of those lanterns that are moving out from where the characters are sitting there on the boat. And I'm now going to place a candle inside and pop the lid on just to see how it all looks. Now, considering this is like my first ever pumpkin carving, I don't think it's too bad, but it could certainly be a lot better, but I don't think it's absolutely terrible either. Okay, so I'm going to switch the lights off and then we'll see how this pumpkin looks. You can't really see them. Okay, after testing with the lights turned off, I think I need to carve out more of the flesh for the characters just so that you can see those within it when it's fully dark. I bought a few different types of pumpkins. So I bought like these really cute little ones that I painted earlier in the week. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. But let me know in the comments what pumpkin recipes you have tried before and what ones are really nice to have at this time of year, because I really want to do something with these pumpkins. So again, I've moved that candle so it's closer to my silhouette at the front of the design. Okay, fingers crossed this actually works this time. I think it will. I'm quite hopeful that it will. Oh, you guys, look. How much better does that look? Oh, pretty. I'm not 100% perfect, but I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to get it. I'm going to set this up where I want it to go, and then I will get some footage of it later for you in place. So yeah, pumpkin done. Do I think that I'm any good at pumpkin carving? No. I think maybe I should stick to the drawing and the painting of pumpkins and maybe not carving. So I definitely need to improve upon my carving skills for pumpkins, but I hope this has inspired you to try out some carving for your pumpkins and have some fun at home for Halloween this year, because it is a bit of an odd one this year being 2020. Let me know in the comments what you're planning on putting on the front of your pumpkins, or if you're going to carve out full designs in your pumpkins. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear what you guys are going to be doing for your Halloween this year. Make sure you do subscribe to me so you don't miss my work that's coming up later this week, and also my regular upload on Saturday. It'll be really good to see you there. Thank you so much for watching my video today, guys. Bye!